Hey y'all, how's it going? So, a bunch of people have been asking like what our updated COVID policies and procedures are. So, I was just gonna go over everything in the video. We recently updated a bunch of our policies, I want to say like 3 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. So, when you first come into Port Canaveral, in the like parking lot area of the Disney Cruise Line terminal, there is a bunch of tents set up. And so at the tents, you take a test before you get on. And so you'll scan the QR code on like the little vial thing, and you'll wait for your test results. So once you get the all clear to embark the ship and your group is called, then you'll get on the ship. We have done away with face coverings. They are not required, but they are recommended. So, if you're walking through the hallways, you don't need them. You don't need them for most areas. There are 3 areas that I can think of, and it's only required for like in 2 of the spaces for those who are unvaccinated. So if you are eligible for the vaccine, then you have to have it to get on board. So anyone who is 5 and older would have to have the vaccine to get on, and you have to have like the full round. So either the 1 dose of the vaccine where you only need 1 of them, or 2 doses of the one where you need 2, but it would have to be 14 days after. So if you got your 2nd dose and it's just a few days before you get on, it would not be considered like you're fully vaccinated. You would have to wait the full 14 days. The few places that they are required would be in the youth activity spaces, and that would be for the 3 and 4 year olds. So while COVID and everything was going on, when we first got back into our like starting back up, we had reservations for everyone, and they would reserve a time, and it would be like you're in a group and then you move throughout the space, and then after your session's over you would get picked up. So now we've gone back to like pre-COVID operation for 5 to 12 year olds. So they can check in, they can stay as long as they want, they can move throughout the space freely and kind of do what interests them. We have a bunch of group activities going on throughout the space at different times, and there's all kinds of stuff to do. But for those who are unvaccinated, so the 3 and 4 year olds, they still have sessions. And so they would go in a group with a counselor, and they would do their session, and they would get checked out. Another place that you would need a face covering is the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, the like hair salon for transforming the kids into prince and princesses. And I believe that is only required for those who are unvaccinated. So again, the 3 and 4 year olds, and 5 if they haven't been vaccinated pre-cruise. And then for everyone, you have to have them, like your face coverings, in the Walt Disney Theater while you're watching the show. So we used to have rows blocked off for physical distancing, but we don't have those anymore. We are requiring that you have face coverings though while you watch the show, just so that we don't have to do that and we can like accommodate more guests in watching the different shows that we have. We don't have any money transactions. Everything is contactless transactions. So when you first get here, you get your Key to the World card, which is like your room key, but it pretty much does everything. You'll tap your card for photos to get into your room, and then for paying anything. And then at the end of the cruise, you'll just pay off your account. So that's kind of like how the crew does it. We have our ID, and that is also our wallet. So I was used to, every time I would go out, I'd do the phone keys wallet check. And it's really weird because my key is now also my wallet, and I'm always like, I'm missing something. But it's super dangerous because you just like tap and you forget about it, and then you tap, and then at the end of the month you go and you like look at your statement and you're like, man, I really spent that much on coffee. Like, I guess 2 coffees a day adds up quick. It'll be like $100 just in coffee. And then so at the end of our contracts, we get like this long receipt of everything that we've spent money on. Mine is just gonna be coffee. It's gonna be all coffee. That's where all my money has gone so far. If you do start to feel sick while you are on the cruise, we have the medical center, and they're like a super awesome team. They'll make sure that you have everything that you need and everything is okay. You'll get another COVID test done to make sure that you're negative of COVID, and then you'll kind of be isolated away, but we make sure that you have everything that you could ever need, and that you're still having an enjoyable vacation. Let's see, we have like enhanced cleaning. We are constantly going around with bleach bottles, making sure that everything is clean. So I know that in the youth activity spaces, as soon as someone is done playing with one of the toys that we have, someone is like right behind them with a bleach bottle, making sure that everything gets cleaned and sanitized before another guest comes and plays with it. So anything you touch has probably been bleached 600 times that day. We are still kind of enforcing the social distancing if you are hanging around people that you did not travel with. So if you came on board with a group of people, you can hang out with them closely. But if you meet like someone on board, like another guest, and you're hanging out, we ask that you still physical distance and try and keep the 6 feet. That's all of the things I can think of on like the new updated policies and procedures. But we're getting new information every day. Like, it's constantly changing. I think it was 3 weeks ago we had where you could just have your mask off for pictures, and then it was like the next cruise. So like 4 days later, we did away with masks completely for those who are vaccinated. And so all of this information could change by the time I get this posted, but I will keep you updated on anything. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. But that's all I have, so I'll see you later.